Okay, in this lesson, we are going over conditional statements. What are conditional statements? There are many types. First type is the if statement. And then there are else if statements. Okay? Now, these aren't the only conditional statements, so I should have renamed this title. It should be if statements, okay? There are conditional statements and other statements as well. Okay? First one. If something is true, perform this action. Makes sense, right? If a condition is met, it will perform whatever you tell it to. Else if statement. Say, for example, your value of x did not meet the condition that you set for the first if statement. You can set a second screening, like a second conditional, to catch whatever comes out of the first, if you want to catch it. For example, if x is 5, you can say, if x is greater than 10, perform this action. 5 is obviously not greater than 10, so you put an else if statement. If this number is odd, do this. So it will perform the action of the second one because it fits the condition of the second condition. Okay, so remember, if condition is true or met, perform the action. And you also must remember to use brackets. Brackets. Now, you don't have to use brackets if it's only a single line, but it's good practice because you will never screw. It's easier to understand what you're writing, and you will not get lost in the code as easily. Okay, this all it means is the beginning and the ending of whatever this, group of code is doing. It's just that you don't get lost because your code can be very long. It could be pages and pages. All right, else if statement. We went over that. And like I said earlier, it is a second condition that you can create that does not have to be the exact condition of the first. So now you're not limited to just two. You can have a tree of this thing. You can have else if, all however much you want. Okay, just whatever you want. And this, say for example, you have like an ongoing list, like a loop you're running, and you need to do something. If something happens, say, like, I don't know, something is triggered. You want something to happen. This is the way to do it in code. Okay, you shouldn't have seen that, but if it's this, so x is 20. If x is greater than 1, perform this. What this is a print statement. Okay, it tells the computer to print. So output will be your console. So x matches this. This is the conditional I was talking about. If it matches, it performs the action it says over here. The action over here, in this case, it prints out x, which is 20, is greater than 1. So what you have is 20, which is represented by the x, which is represented over here, is greater than 1. Okay, simple as that. As we go deeper into code, you will learn about scope, and you will learn that if you initialize a value inside here and you exclude it out out of the scope, you will not be able to access the values of whatever you declared and initialized. Well, that's for another lesson. So over here, x is negative 20. Okay, yeah, there's a typo here. So this should be greater than, okay? Normally, okay, yeah, I made a mistake. So in this case, it would have printed out whatever is in here, and it would have been incorrect because this is obviously not true. I mean, this is true. Negative 20 is less than 1. Hang on, let me think. Negative 20 is less than 1. Okay, yeah, actually, this would have printed out. But what I have in that PowerPoint is that it prints out nothing, and this is incorrect. The code is correct. Everything here is correct, except for the bottom. The output should have whatever is up here, okay? But I typed this wrong and then yeah, the output should be there. And that's the end of this lesson. So hope you remember this. Prepare for the next lesson.